What's up YouTube, it's your boy Naughty Nev. Today we have another replay of me testing Cyber Dragon's Post Alliance Insight, and today we're just playing against Maliss, playing against Branded Dude. Branded Dude plays Branded, but today he's just testing Maliss. And let me just say, after this replay, we just made a joke saying that the Branded Dude must just stick to Branded. But anyway, without wasting any time, let's hop right into the duel. So I believe, yes, so I won the rock paper scissors and I decided to go first. As you guys may already know, we are playing this build of Cyber Dragons where we are going first. I'm just trying to test it out to see how it goes. So in our opening hand, we have Power Bond, we have Tracked, Engraver, Crossout Designator, and Cyber Dragon Core. Opponent has Mobilize Engage, Book of Eclipse, White Rabbit, Imperm, and a Jurisworm. So we start our turn and we're going to start with Tracked. Tracked will add us Louis. We will discard the Louis and then its effect will trigger to special summon itself. We will then link summon into Requiem. Requiem effect to special summon. We special summon Lacrima and then Lacrima effect. We decide to dump the trap because we already have Engraver in our hand and we can set the trap for our Desiree play. Next, we will use Requiem effect to equip to Lacrima. Our opponent does not use Bestial Jurisworm here. It's probably a good idea to use it because mainly here I don't go into Desiree. I just go into Wave Hiking Caesar, but also I just play the trap just to send Desiree. But also I guess you'll see after this in the next few replays, I decide to take it out. I don't think it's worth it using one extra deck space just for Desiree. But anyway, let's carry on. We then special summon into Necroquip Princess, and then here we use Engraver effect to search for Tracked. This is so that we can get the other effect of Necroquip to draw a card, and we draw into Clockwork Knight. Now we use Engraver effect. Engraver will shuffle back Louis as cost, and my opponent should have bestialed here, obviously to prevent us from getting the rank 6, but he doesn't. So then we just rank summon into Wave Hiking Caesar. And now we start with Cyber Dragon Core. We normal summon Core effect. Opponent hits us with the Imperm, and luckily for us, we do have the crossout and we declare Imperm. So Core does not get negated. We search for Cyberdark Realm. Cyberdark Realm effect will get a Cyberdark Chimera. Then we'll use Realm effect to normal summon our Chimera. We link summon into Clockwork Knight effect to search for the continuous spell Clockwork Knight. We'll use Cyberdark Chimera's effect, discarding Clockwork Knight as cost to search for Power Bond. Then we use the other effect of our link Clockwork Knight to send Cyberdark Chimera to the grave and reborn Core so that we can use Cyberdark Chimera's graveyard effect to send Cyberdark Worm to the grave. We'll use Worm effect, sending Hurts as cost because you need to send a Cyber Dragon monster. We get to special summon Worm and just add a Cyber Spell of Trap. We decide to add Cyberdark Realm. Hurts effect will trigger. We will add Cyber Dragon to our hand. Then we'll use Clockwork Knight's effect, banishing and discarding a card. I decide to discard the Cyber Dragon. Now in the previous video you may have seen that I discard Cyberdark Realm in those videos, but here I believe I was playing two Cyberdark Chimeras, so I decided to keep the Cyberdark Realm for follow-up, hence why I just sent Cyber Dragon. And now we get Therion King Regulus to our hand. Then I perform a link summon into SP, activate Power Bond to fusion summon into Chimera Take Rampage Dragon. Then we'll use the other effect of Rampage Dragon to send Cyber Dragon Nashter and also the new card Cyber Jormungandr. Then we'll rank into Cyber Dragon Nova's effect to reborn Nashter, and Nashter will get our Cyber Jormungandr out of the field. We then rank up into Cyber Dragon Infinity for our negate before we proceed to use Jormungandr effect, sending Nashter back to our hand as cost to search Poly. Activate Poly and we'll fusion summon into Hero's Varag and use its effect on summon in the opponent's standby phase just to add a spell card that has an effect to fusion summon. Then we'll use Regulus to bring itself out, equipping Hurts to it so that when Hurts goes to the grave, Hurts effect can trigger to add a Cyber Dragon. Then I activate Clockwork Knight, turn everything into machines, and during the end phase we take the damage of Power Bond. Don't forget about that, guys, and we will pass our turn. In the standby phase, we will obviously add Power Bond back to our hand, and our opponent has drawn into Bestial Mag. In the main phase, opponent will activate Mag's effect, targeting our Rampage Dragon. Here I decide to use Wave Hiking Caesar to negate and destroy. Opponent will chain Book of Eclipse, and I will chain Regulus to negate Book of Eclipse. Then Hertz effect will trigger, as you can see, and I will add Nashta back to my hand. Opponent will activate Bestial Druisworm, and I can't remember what he was targeting. It may have been maybe the Fiendsmith card, so I decide to use Lacrima effect, shuffle her back to Reborn Requiem. And now opponent will normal summon White Rabbit, use its effect on summon, and I'll just chain Infinity to negate and destroy. I do not want them to get access to any of the Maliss traps. Opponent activates Mobilize Engage. I'll obviously chain Heroes for Arc to negate, and my opponent will scoop from there. So we enter game 2. Now my opponent is going first. And in our opening hand, we have Engraver, Lancia, Cyberdark Claw, Tract, and Polymerization. Opponent has Malice in the Underground, Dominus Impulse, White Rabbit, Hornet Drones, and Chessie Cat. So opponent will enter main phase, activate Hornet Drones to get a token, link summon into Kogari, Kogari effect to add Hornet Drones back to the hand, and they'll use it again to special summon the token. They'll normal summon White Rabbit, use its effect to set a trap, and here I will chain Lancia before this effect resolves, because they can just immediately activate the trap card. So they will get the GWC, which is the, I believe, yeah, the Monster Reborn for Maliss monsters. Maliss deck, sorry. Opponent will then link summon into White Binder. They'll use the other effect of White Binder to set a trap, and they will set TB11. And then our opponent will proceed to end their turn and redraw into Clockwork Knight. In the main phase, we'll start with Fiendsmith Tract, add Luri, discard Luri. You guys know the standard combo. Luri will summon itself, link summon into Requiem. But before that, my opponent decides to activate GWC to reborn the White Rabbit, because now White Rabbit's effect can trigger to set the other Maliss trap, which I believe is the MTP. Yeah, the MTP 07. So this one allows them to add a Maliss monster, and they can banish a card on the field if they control a Maliss link monster. Opponent's still thinking, yeah, but we proceed. Link summon into Requiem, Requiem effect to summon Lacrima. Lacrima effect will send Engraver. We use Requiem effect to equip to Lacrima. Special summon into Necroquip Princess, and here on the summon, our opponent will activate MTP 7, banishing the White Binder. So they'll add Dormouse to their hand. They can't banish because they don't control a Maliss link monster, but on resolution, White Binder's effect will trigger to special summon herself from the banishment, and they also get to draw a card. They draw into Dot Scraper. Then White Binder's effect will trigger. Opponent decides to banish all 3 of our Fiendsmith cards, Engraver, Lacrima, and Requiem. But unlucky for our opponent, we do have Engraver in our hand, and we didn't use its effect yet, so we search for Tract, and then we still have Engraver in our grave. So we use the Necroquip Princess to draw a card first. We draw into Hertz, which I guess it's alright. Core would have been better, but it's fine, because at least we have Cyberdark Claw to still search for Cyberdark Realm. Then we'll use Engraver effect to reborn itself, shuffling back our Luri. Then here we Xyz summon into Wave High King Caesar. Then I will activate Cyberdark Claw's effect to search for Cyberdark Realm. Activate Cyberdark Realm to search for Cyberdark Chimera. We'll use Realm effect to normal summon our Chimera, and then we'll normal summon Hertz. Next, I'll use Cyberdark Chimera's effect to discard a spell or trap. We discard the Tract to search for Power Bond. Link summon into Clockwork Knight. Chainlink 1 Cyberdark Chimera, Chainlink 2 Clockwork Knight to search for the continuous spell, and we dump Worm to the grave. We will use Cyberdark Worm's effect, sending Core to the grave, special summon itself, and just add Cyberdark Realm back to our hand. Next, I'll activate Clockwork Knight. I decide to just contact fuse, get rid of my opponent's monsters, go into Fortress Dragon. I activate Power Bond, but now my opponent actually had Dominus Impulse. Unfortunately, Clockwork Knight did not end up in the grave, so obviously I couldn't search for Therion King Regulus, so I should have planned it out a bit better, try to see how I can get Clockwork Knight into the grave, but that's my mistake, so that cost us. So instead we can't bring out Chimera Rampage Dragon. Next I link summon into SP. SP effects, I actually don't use it. As you can see, I realized that it will prevent me from attacking my opponent directly, so instead I don't use the effect. I will just enter battle phase and deal as much damage as I can. And my opponent tried to activate the TB11, but Wave Hiking Caesar can negate its effect, and that's his game, guys. My opponent scoops. So that brings us to the end of the replay. If you guys did enjoy the video, hit the like button, and guys, don't forget to subscribe. We would really appreciate the support. Got 2 more videos coming up where we are going up against Blue Eyes White Dragon. My first time going up against them. Pretty exciting. Mistakes were made, but I can't wait to show you guys. It was pretty fun. Otherwise, till the next video, guys. Naughty Nev signing out. Peace.